Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atlanta Tech Village. That's what I was looking for. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atlanta Tech Village, the fourth largest technology startup hub in the nation. Pat yourself on the back, you got here. All right, well, let me introduce our host for tonight. You've never seen her rounding home plate, making a spike. You definitely have never seen her shooting three throws, but you've definitely seen her taking on the tech world in Atlanta. Welcome, Allie. You should cheer louder.
Hey everybody, welcome to ATV. Welcome to Atlanta Startup Village. Thank you for that intro, Kellyanne, who got put on the spot about 5 minutes ago and did a fantastic announcer impersonation. We should give her more wine right before we do that every time. All right, so for anybody who has not been here before, how many hands? Who hasn't been here before? Who's the first time? Ooh, nice. All right, thank you for joining us out tonight. We have changed up a few things recently, and now several things happen. One of them includes the fact that now I give out swag. Kellyanne, can you tell us about the swag? And by that I mean I need you to yell swag into the microphone.
Swag.
All right, I have a fantastic paraphilic sauce. This requires people to get excited about...
Wants the swag! Go crazy!
Whoa! You also have to deal with my really bad aim, and I apologize for that. All right, fantastic. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We are the largest entrepreneur meetup in the Southeast, and we are going to switch up a little bit. Our volunteers, who are going to help take down all the chairs that y'all are sitting on tonight, are going to get to speak here in just a second instead of in between. So, a couple of things we have to say thanks to. First of all, thank you to PullSpark in the back. Everybody turn around and wave to PullSpark, the guy with the camera back there. Can we say hi, PullSpark? Hi, PullSpark. So every single month, they kindly donate their services. They record all of this. It's live streaming now, and then they record it and play it back for us so that people like me can watch us and be like, don't do that again. So, thank you for PullSpark. And then who here has a beer? Who is excited about the fact that they have free beer? Good beer. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we have a couple of sponsors because of that beer. So, first up, ATDC.
Do you want me to go on stage or? Hey everybody, my name is Ben with the ATDC. That's the Advanced Technology Development Center. For those of you who don't know, who here has heard of the ATDC before? Good? All right, cool. So we're the state of Georgia's technology business incubator. So we are helping companies in Georgia launch, grow, scale, and succeed. So we have 3 levels of companies. We have an Educate program, which is open to the public. Anybody can join that program, where we do things like customer discovery, financial literacy, investor readiness, and really help companies start their business. Then we have an Accelerate program for companies who are trying to figure out their scalable business model. We have about 153 companies in that program right now. And then we have 39 signature companies. Signature companies are companies that have figured out their scalable business model and are trying to scale up and grow. When they get to $1 million in revenue, they graduate our program. We graduated 7 companies this year. I wanted to tell you all about a few things that we have coming up so you can get to know a little bit more about us. First off, we do a monthly coffee with the Catalyst. And on October 5th next month, the person who runs our industry relations program is going to be doing that. So at 8:30 in the morning at ATDC. That'll be a great thing to come to. And the next thing is our road trip to New York. 3 times a year, we take companies. They don't have to be ATDC companies. Any Georgia companies can go to either LA, Boston, or New York to meet VCs. The last trip to New York, we had over 45 VC firms in the room to hear pitches from Georgia companies. Applications open this week, are open till October 12th, and we're taking people November 28th. So we hope to have you apply. And thanks for being here.
We are also sponsored tonight by Vettery.
How's it going, everyone? Glad to be in Atlanta. You probably know me better as one of the people manning the beer, so come by, have a drink. Vettery is an online talent marketplace that helps to connect companies with top talent across everything from software engineering, mobile, product, and design. So every role across your tech team. You could think of us as the opposite of a job board, where rather than you having to sort through a bunch of unqualified resumes to find one good candidate, you're only presented with top, highly qualified, pre-vetted talent. So think of what Expedia and Kayak did for the travel agents. or for the travel industry rather. That's what we're doing for traditional recruitment. So come by, have a beer, and I'd love to hear, share some ideas with you guys. Thank you.
And a very short pitch. I see you there. I see you, Robert. Short pitch from Payscape, who was going to sponsor tonight, but maybe got his dates confused. So he will be a sponsor coming up, but in between he has 15 seconds. Take it away, Robert.
Thank you, Allie. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me, despite not being one of the beer guys. I hope to be that next month, so hopefully I'll see you again. But in the meantime, my name's Robert Callahan. I'm with Payscape. Payscape is a local fintech company here in Atlanta. We're nationwide, but we're headquartered here, and I'm lucky enough to be part of our new business development branch, focusing on integrations with independent software vendors. So any B2B software providers or platforms that want to light up merchants and allow them to become a payment facilitator, take payments through your platform, that's what I'm here to do and help you do it and let you make some extra money doing it as well. Thank you.
All right. And now I do have 2 volunteers. Where are my volunteers? Guys, come up. It's your turn. This is your moment in the light. All right. First volunteer.
Philip Funkhauser. I am founder and CEO of Roller. We have a patented solution for mobile digital billboards that are smart. If you can imagine one of these displays here hanging on the wall that's paper thin, it rolls up into a tube, and you can roll it out wherever you want it. So we solve the problem of location for selling advertisement. We also close the feedback loop with smart AI, vision-enabled, as well as voice. You can talk to our sign, and so we're looking for developers. We're also looking for a technical co-founder.
Thank you. You can do better than that. Round of applause. Come on. It takes a lot of guts to get up here. Thank you. All right, Derek, you got to follow that.
I'll try. All right. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? So I'm Derek. I'm with Mobile App Hero. We're a software development company, and we help our clients by developing their products. So we work with startups all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. And really, we try to invest in our Atlanta ecosystem. We try to teach and train and hire Atlanta developers. So we will be in the back, so come see us if you're a student or you have some expertise we could utilize. Or if you need a mobile app developed. So other than that, see you. Good night.
You up? All right. There you go.
Hey, good evening, guys. I'm Genta, and
Andy.
okay, so we're here tonight on behalf of Aging 2.0. Can you guys see Aging 2.0? Okay, so Aging 2.0 is like a global network on a mission to accelerate innovation to help improve the lives of older adults around the world. Aging 2.0 brings together the worlds of senior care and technology to take on the biggest challenges and opportunities in aging.
Yeah, we work with entrepreneurs to develop new products and services to kind of reach this growing aging economy. We have regional, national, and international events that offer opportunities for entrepreneurs to kind of gain funding and gain just that international exposure. Our Atlanta chapter is always looking for volunteers and also to connect with folks in the tech community who are looking to kind of make an impact on this underserved space. And we also have some extremely rare swag up here. We got a water bottle and 2 pins. So if you guys have any questions, come find us after the event. Thanks.
All right. Round of applause. Yep. Are we ready to go? Oh, do I have one more pitch? Oh, come on up. We do have one more pitch, extra special for tonight.
Hi, my name is Kalasia Lane. I'm on the Campbell Middle School basketball team. The Lady Spartans. I have Krispy Kreme foundation. Fundraiser. And all donations go to the pay the referees, the tournaments, college visits, and training, and colleges with great basketball programs. The 3 options is 12 ounce of bags of coffee, blend coffee for $9, 1 dozen of coffee for $9. The best option is BOGO card for $20, and the BOGO card comes with 10 coupons. Each coupon is buy 1 dozen, get 1 dozen free. I'd like to thank everyone for listening, and thanks to the event team, Caitlin and Hilton. Thanks to my dad, Jules, security director here at the Tech Village. Thank you for any donations my dad can help take your payment.
Good job. I don't know about y'all, but I want some Krispy Kreme now. Fantastic job. Okay, we ready for our main event? Parkins Cycles. Round of applause for them tonight, please.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Thad with Parkins Cycles. And last year, there were 100,000 more electric bicycles sold than electric cars. And every major bicycle brand and bike share is coming out with their own line of electric bicycles. Now, this may seem as a bit of a surprise, but the electric bicycles have actually been outselling electric cars over the past 5 years. They've become so popular that Uber and Lyft are now getting into it with acquiring e-bike shares for $200 and $250 million apiece, but they have no viable long-term charging solution. But electric cars, there's tons of car chargers out there, 60,000 across the nation with a $2 billion market. It's going to be $45 billion by 2025. But there are 0 secure charging stations out there today. So we made one. Fits 2 bicycles per module. It actually holds every bicycle that's out there on the market right now. We've tested it out with over 800 people, and it's versatile to every single electric bike charger that's currently on the market. We're a part of the Atlanta Bicycle Coalition. We were featured in TechCrunch Disrupt, or an ATDC company, so thanks for the beer. And we were also featured in Disruptor Daily as one of the top 10 startups that's going to be disrupting the transportation industry, along with Lime and Bird. And we're a recent graduate of the Flashpoint Accelerator program, where we pivoted to electric bike charging. So our customers, we're looking at property owners, e-bike rentals, e-bike shares, and the purchase price and installation are actually offset per charging station by taxes and rebates. These rebates and taxes are part of the things that you get for car chargers, but since bicycles are vehicles too, it applies to these charging stations as well, so that the ROI for a business once they purchase these is 0. Right now we're working with Georgia Power and EnviroSpark to actually find locations around Atlanta to do a pilot program. We have one customer we're working with up in Woodstock right now, and we've actually been certified by Georgia Power to say that the maintenance cost is negligible for putting one of these in. So, for all the people that were wondering when we did all our live presentations, how are we going to find those? Well, we created an app for that. We're right now beta testing an iOS app. This is the login screen that you'd see, plus a PIN number that you put in, much like your own bike key PIN number for your bike lock, as well as it shows locations where the stations would be available and what's available at that location. And we're about to show and tell and see if I can get it working in front of you. Bear with me for a second. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's see if it's working here. Hold on. Yes, no, we had it working earlier. try a replug here. And experiencing some technical difficulties, of course. Oh, oh, hey! Holy good golly, it worked. Okay, so we have the app that's with little bicycles emblem on it. You tap into that. Now, this shows you a map of where the bicycle stations are around the area. You can zoom in to whatever you'd like. You can actually touch one, and it shows the address and whatever's in the area. And then by hitting lock, you can choose which side of the station you would like to lock into. And you have your bike as well as another bike if you would have that. So with the docking stations, there are a list of docking stations if you don't like using the map. And you can actually favorite whatever docking station / place you like to go to a lot if it's by a coffee shop. So they can find out quick access on it. There's a QR code scanner, so when you get there, if you don't want to do it, just do a quick one. You can scan the QR code on the station to lock it in faster. You can actually put your bicycle in. I happen to have a giant mountain bike. It's black and orange, and it's beat up. You can add other bikes if you'd like. And you got notifications as well as account settings. And this is basically the beta that we're going with the iOS, soon to be having a full Android as well. Unplug that. So my name is Thad Ovid, and right now we are looking for beta testers for the iOS app. So if you'd email me at thad@parkentcycles.com with the subject heading beta, you too can be put on the list to beta test this brand new app out in the field. And we're also looking for seed funding, because while we're putting out pilot systems now, we'd love to put out a full station for everybody to use. Oh. Yeah. Question in the back over here. Yes, you. Yeah. How can we tell if there's physically a bike in the station? That's one where the station cannot be activated unless you are there, because it is a Bluetooth phone app. So you have to be physically there to actually lock the bicycle in the station. Another question? I got down in front here. What is the cost to me if I'm using your product? He's wondering, what is the cost to a person riding a bike around if they're using our product? 0. It's free for the user. In the back. He's wondering if we're only charging bicycles or other stuff as well. The charging system activates when the locking mechanism activates. So otherwise it will not charge anything. But if you come by and you actually have the app and lock it in place, then the charging port will turn on and you could charge other stuff. But it will not be secure. We only secure bicycles in this station. I think I had one, no? Right there. Yes? Right now, we are doing with, how can you unlock it other than using your phone? Well, with later versions, we are planning to have keycard access as well. Later versions of the app, when we get the stations talking to wirelessly through cellular, it'll be a full web app so that you'll be able to use somebody else's phone, but still use your PIN for your app, and it would actually code in that phone address to that locking station so that nobody else would be able to come around, guess your PIN, and take out the bicycle. I think I had one over here. How secure are the bikes in the station? She's wondering, how secure are the bikes in the station? They are locked with metal bars through the wheel and frame, so it's a 2-point locking system. And down front. So as a seed investor, how would they make money back? Well, our system is that we sell it to the property. So we take a direct sale from that and do maintenance of service contracts with the property. Now, the rebates and tax incentives I talked about earlier for the business, they're break even on that, but we still get paid. Yeah, we're still gonna get paid. And later on down the road, we're gonna be doing subscriptions for the users, which would have extra benefits they can sign up for. But the general use is free. I think, you, right there. Okay, how do I launch this in a place that's unsafe for bikers like Atlanta? Atlanta is actually becoming more and more safe every day. There are bike lanes popping up all over the place and bike paths. So what we're going to do is stay in those areas where there's a lot of bicycle traffic, but people are not stopping and enjoying the community. We want people to actually stop, grab a beer, grab a bite, and while their bicycle gets that last amount of charge they can get for the ride home. And that way it grows the community, and as the business, they have a potential of getting a 40% boost in revenue because the people are now stopping more frequently at their location. How long do I expect a bike to be parked getting a recharge? Well, a bike recharge for an e-bike generally is 2 to 4 hours. So we would expect maybe 15 to 45 minutes. This is a situation depending on the brand, which it's very wild, wild west right now with the whole brand, but we're compatible with all of them. They would be able to get enough charge to get to where they're going. And, one guy back there. Okay, is there a charging standard for electric bikes? Because there currently is one for electric cars. No. Right now, there are 8 different types of plugs that go into the battery, 3 different types of plugs that go from the battery to the charger, another 3 types of different plugs going from the charger to the wall, so the wall socket. So we're going to have an AC port there that you can plug your charger into. It turns on when you lock the system in. We have one down here. Okay, he's wondering if the rebates will offset the cost to the people who are buying the station. Yes, we've had that confirmed by lawmakers. Yeah, that is one where we are talking with lawmakers. He's wondering it expires in 2019. So what's the deal with that? We're currently talking with lawmakers on that.
Round of applause for that. If you still had questions, I saw a couple of hands up. Get after. All right. I have an ATV hat this time. Oh, that is. Anyone? Any taker? You can't win if you work for the company. Okay. I have a lot going on here. Oh, you know his hands did come up first. Oh, don't worry, there is more swag to come. And at the end of the night, whoever has been interacting the most on social media gets a bag from Vettery, which is full of really cool stuff. So interact with us, Twitter, Instagram. You can see where we are. Vettery has a whole bunch of stuff in here, including a beach ball, a very small beach ball, but a beach ball nonetheless. Are we up and running up here? Fantastic. All right. Let's give a round of applause to our second presenter, Kidian. Woo! That was not a very good round of applause. We're going to do that again. Give a round of applause to our second presenter, Kidian.
So that's actually not us, but so we're actually. Yeah,
I'm going to apologize because my lineup says Kidian. I'm sorry. That is on me.
That is okay.
Round of applause to our second presenter, Sora. Woo!
So yes, we are actually Sora. I'm Garrett. This is Wesley. And before I tell you exactly what that means, I'm going to share a few interesting statistics. So, did you guys know that 50% of those in American middle schools and high schools actually think that they'll never use anything they learn in the real world, like none of it? And even worse than that, 40% think that they're completely disengaged from their learning process. So that's like, they think that not only do they not believe in what they're learning, they think it's a complete waste of time. So this 8 hours a day is just, completely wasted. So this number, you may know what this number is. This is how much the US spends every year on education. So it's clearly a massive number, $1.3 trillion. And all this goes into things you're familiar with, like traditional programs. This is, schools, this is after-school programs, all those things. There is another group, though, a slightly smaller group, actually not slightly at all, a much smaller group. These are the unschoolers. These people actually never go to school, not a single day, but we see a strange thing. We see that these kids have higher self-reported life satisfaction. These people actually have higher starting salaries. These people actually go to college 28% more frequently, and once they're in college, they actually have higher GPAs. So it's a little strange. So these kids who never went to school, who never saw a cent of the $1.3 trillion, actually have better life outcomes by these metrics that we're measuring. And one thing that's super interesting is we see 42%, or they're 42% more likely to be financially independent. So all you parents out there, I'm sure you want your kids to eventually stop asking for money. So these kids are better at that. And we know why this happens is because the modern economy demands people who can think creatively, learn quickly, and collaborate effectively. But we've set up our school system like this. You know, we sit kids in chairs for 8 hours a day for 13 years, tell them to be quiet, make them ask permission if they even want to move. It's kind of messed up and not representative. So education system truly is an assembly line. We put in the raw materials of kids, and in 13 years we output a standard worker who can pay attention and not question authority. So I know you're thinking this is a massive problem. How are you going to solve it? And I'll throw it over to Wesley to talk more about that.
So we're approaching this problem with a very diverse team from a diverse background. We have a background in venture, we have a background in starting businesses, and we have a background in education. And we've spoken to experts from Alt School 1517, the Georgia Department of Education, and a couple of other self-interest-based schools across the country. And we've come to Sora. Sora is an alternative to school for high school age students. We're approaching this as a personalized education for every student, so no more one size fits all. We have a big emphasis on project-based learning, so this means that kids can start their own projects, they can connect with a community project, they can go out and get real-world work experience or an internship, and everything that we're doing is self-directed, which means that we're focusing on kids' interests first, and then we're helping them build a curriculum around that. A few more details about Sora. Our 9-month tuition is $10K. That's less than half of what it costs to go to an average Atlanta private school. We're located in Sandy Springs, and I want to put a big emphasis on this number right here, 78 hours. That's the average time that a Sora student has in counseling time. If you're a public school student in the US, you average about 30 minutes total in 4 years of high school counseling time, which is absolutely ridiculous. And this stems from our requirement for kids to have 30 minutes each week, time spent with the counselor to dig into what's happening with them right then and there, focus on their career goals, and help them set a path forward for the week coming so they can hold them accountable week over week in these sessions. We're really excited in the near future to roll out sponsored projects and freelance projects. What this does is this helps subsidize kids' tuition, making it practically free in some cases, but also gives them more work experience to add to their portfolio when they're leaving Sora. We're able to incubate our own education technology, and a really cool thing is we're able to identify high potential students early in high school and be able to back them with resources to get whatever they're trying to do done. But the biggest thing is we're able to fit real world work into our learning process, which is something that has never been done before. It's only been done in like certain cases, and we can do it per student across the Atlanta area. So parents, people who know high schoolers in the audience, what would you rather? Would you rather your kid go to a 4-year program where they're going to be sitting in a seat, they're going to be there 8 hours a day and just told to sit still and they have to follow that curriculum? Or would you rather put your kid in the driver's seat and let them follow their passions at Sora? If you're interested, right now we're enrolling our fall class of 2019. And feel free to ask us any questions, but also we're hosting an info session here at ATV on October 3rd at 7 p.m. So if you guys want to engage with us more, you can do that too. All right. Yeah, so we have a couple of location options. We haven't finalized. Oh, do we have a long-term lease with our current location? We have a couple of location options that we're looking at. WeWork is a possibility, and we'll be finalizing that pretty soon. But yes, we would have. Yeah.
Second follow-up question is, what's your student-to-teacher ratio based on your
So based on our annual tuition, what is our student-to-teacher ratio? So we base it on counselors, so we don't actually have teachers, we have content experts. For our initial SORA program, we're gonna have 50 students and 10 counselors, so we would have that ratio.
Just want to quickly dive a little deeper into that question. And so the majority of cost of like traditional education is the repetitive process of lecturing. But now we have this awesome thing called the internet, which is really good at repetitive processes. So we believe in offloading that majority of cost onto that, so we can enable our teachers and counselors, like Wesley said, just facilitate the learning process instead. Right. Yes. Oh, the question is, where did the name come from? This is a common question. Honestly, it's just a cool bird name. So yeah.
Also, SOAR.
Yeah. Yes. Right, it's a great question. So the question was, how will a kid, just to summarize, how will a kid know? They're only 14 years old. How will they know what they want to focus on? And right, because it's student focused, right? So that's why we've built in this counselor relationship. So they'll talk almost like a child psychologist. So that'll be deeply ingrained in us. But also, even if a kid flounders for a little while, that's extremely important, because the traditional education system is all about extrinsic motivation. That's not how the real world works. So even if they have to flounder for a little bit, but talking to their counselor, it's a really important shift where they start building intrinsic motivation instead. Yes? So the question is more on our grading system. It is a tougher thing to do, where we don't want to become a test factory where we just, we say, study this and we'll evaluate you at the end. That's not really what we want to do. We want to go sort of towards the old Oxford model, where you have conversations with your counselor, content experts, and they evaluate your understanding from that, and also this project-based, so we'll be able to see the output of their work. So it's not quite the grading paradigm of the traditional schools. It's slightly different. But they do still have to take standardized tests, and we help them through that process as well. Who was up next? Okay.
Is your curriculum accredited, and is it recognized by traditional college?
Yes, so is our curriculum accredited? So there's a 2-year process for accreditation, but in the interim, we're following a homeschool curriculum right now that is accredited, and then we'll become accredited once the 2-year process is up. What's up?
So traditional high school classes will often with AP or college credit classes. What's the highest that your school is able to help these kids?
So we can go as far as the kid is. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. The question is, how advanced can we offer classes for our kids? So we can go as far as they're able. So AP classes, we can offer that. Our whole purpose is we try to accelerate their potential, where if they're ready for graduate level classes, we can bring in a tutor or an expert to help them with that. We do not want to put a cap on them, unlike traditional school, which makes them go at the same pace. The question is, how do we build that network of experts who can... Sort of. So we've talked to GTRI, which is the Research Institute in Georgia Tech. They're willing to offer their services. We met at Georgia Tech, so we have that whole network. Yeah, it's just more about building out current relationships and people who are excited about the mission, which is a lot of people, surprisingly. Oh, wait, I already asked him. So the question is, how do they receive charter dollars right now? We're in some talks with state government, but as of right now, they can't. We're just a private school.
All right. I'm going to say it right this time. Thank you, Sora. I appreciate it. All right. I have more swag. Let's see. What am I up to? I have a t-shirt. Hang on. ATV, I'm a little sad that I don't have this shirt. So, all like some half-hearted clapping going on in the back over here. Oh, she's loud, guys. She's winning. She is loud. Oh, still. Don't worry, we have, let's see. I think I have another gift I can do this time around. Hilton, give me a little more music for this one. Got it a little more. No, see, we've already given you some. I know you. That's all right. Oh. Yes. All right. Nicely done, guys. Don't worry. We still have one really big prize at the end. All right. Are we ready? Are we up and running? She was born ready. That's a really beautiful blue color. All right. So while we're waiting on that to kick up, which sometimes happens because live demos, I will tell you guys that if you are interested in volunteering, which give you the 30-second pitch at the beginning, all their information is going to be in the back. You can catch them after. And then they take down the chairs after. It's free. You show up. You get to spend 30 seconds in front of this audience. Come see Hilton in the back. Hilton, wave for us. You're going to go see Hilton in the back to volunteer for next month. And we are always the last Monday of the month, except for when we do a little weird thing in December, because the last Monday of the month is Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we will do early December, but we will be back last Monday of the month for October. I see sad faces. Are we good? Are we ready to go? All right, fantastic. Correctly this time, give it up for Kidian.
Don't forget, it's your turn to plan You Know Whose birthday party this year.
Yeah, I got it.
Hello, everybody. Hey, I'm Greg. I'm one of the founders and chief party officer at Kidian, which I'm going to talk about for the next. It sucks. 5 minutes sucks, but beer's good, so who cares? Now, you, the parents, raise your hand. Parents with kids, raise your hand. With kids, all right. This is you. I know you feel. I feel you. You feel this. There's a lot of things involved in your party planning steps for your kids. There's a lot of things a lot of hours that you spend on Google, a lot of calls that you make, a lot of reads that you do, and a lot of stress that you make. This is you. I know that it's you. And guess what? This sucks. So, but how about the businesses in locally? They're great. They have spent a fortune. They have spent millions, well, tens of millions, billions, whatever it is. They spent a lot of money to decorate their room. This is so pretty, looking very nice, but it's empty. Why? Because they don't have a good means to market to right targets. So, guess what? There's a big problem here. And I think you already know what the solution is. The problem is there's no way that parents can be connected easily to your local businesses, your local kids' businesses that provide great services and products for their birthday parties and events. So, guess what? We created that. We created the actual marketplace that connects parents to the local party vendors. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you online. So let's see. All right, here's the Kidian. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to book a party for your kids. So you watch your app, and here are all the great businesses around you because it's GPS centered. Of course, you can actually filter these things by different things by search, but I'm not going to go into 5 minutes sucks. Go into an idea that you like, and you check out different pictures, all the different media, and you click on how many people that you're going to invite, when, what time, and done. It's booked. So Joe's going to actually tell you about what it means to the local businesses.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm out there talking every day. So I'm out there every day talking to business owners, pounding on doors, going to festivals, getting leads. And what they're really excited about this, so we already have about 150 businesses signed up. What they're really excited about is three key things. That on Kidian, they have full control of their brand. We developed an interface so they control all the text here, all the prices is another key issue, so they have full control of their pricing. And one key part also, their schedule. They have control of their schedule, so if they do well on a Saturday, they don't need our help, then just put Sunday times up, then put Monday to Friday times up. So we've been really blessed with having the community. Can you connect it back? We only have a minute left, so we just gotta go on. So we've been really blessed with having a large provider network and that's what I'm gonna talk about now. So what I've been really excited about within Kidian is that we've built a huge network of businesses. Already we have 150 businesses signed up. You can see the High Museum, Center for Puppetry Arts, you got Sparkles, you got Jumptastic, School of Rock. And what is even more exciting for me is that not only are the business network really excited about Kidian, but we're also working with schools, elementary schools. Next month, I'm gonna be helping build a playground at my local elementary school. We're also working with preschools, working with the largest kids fundraising organization in Atlanta to help us connect better with parents. So what I'm really excited about Kidian is we're really building a community. It's not just an app. We need to build a community of parents, community of local businesses, because really if you think about parties, it's a local event. Parents want to have parties close to their schools, close to their kids' churches. And so what we're really helping to do is, at our core, is strengthen communities and help them revitalize themselves. So this is our key milestones. We closed the seed round back in February. We just launched our app in September. And now, next year, we're going to raise a Series A and expand to other cities.
Yeah, let's talk. Thank you. Questions? How are we doing for the client-facing interface? We have something called Provider Portal. That it's a web-based solution that the provider can easily just log in and load their profiles in, pictures, their contents, whatever. It's reflected on the app immediately. Oh, the parents. So your question is, how are you marketing them? How are you marketing to parents? So we haven't started marketing yet because we have actually launched 2 days ago. Thank you, God. You all noticed. But we are actually launching a big campaign in social media. And we have our own marketing strategy to reach out to all the Atlanta-focused parents through social media, as well as educational systems like schools and a lot of different events. So we have a full agenda to go about.
Let me also add something onto that. So on our push marketing side, we're working with a marketing firm that he's been in this industry for 3 years. He works with the #1 player in this kids industry, so on that side. But also within our app, we developed 2 pull marketing techniques. The first one is a referral-based give 20, get 20 campaign. And it's really expensive, but we're blessed with funding, and we're going to use some of that funding to help fund some of that marketing right there. The other pull marketing technique you didn't see in the app, but at the bottom, there's all these pictures. The parents, if they want to, they can upload a picture, and that, at the same time, they could share it to Facebook, Instagram, and that's going to bring a pull marketing technique. The long-term vision is we're going to make it fun so they can create something, maybe some sort of a filter or something really interesting to do. But great question, thank you.
More questions? Yes, sir. We make money. How do we make money? Thank you. We actually make money off of our providers, the businesses. Parents are charged $0 or less, actually, because they're incentivized to, get credits and stuff like that. But the providers, as you know, have hard time marketing to the direct targets. So by us, they're actually creating a great awareness in their local targets. So they are compensating us a little fee for each booking. Does that make sense?
And you know what? We're trying to design a frictionless entry on the business side and on the parent sides. Parents free, businesses free to start, no subscription, no long-term contract, you can cancel anytime. And that's why a lot of businesses are really excited to sign up, because really they can make a profile, put up pictures, make videos, make yourself findable, marketable to parents. And that's and no cost until we bring them a customer. So we're trying to design some frictionless entry.
No, we use Stripe currently. Is the payment through our platform? We use payment solution Stripe. It's all integrated. Correct, correct. Any more questions? Yes, sir. The question is, are we interested in adult version of this? Other people? Yes, you can. That's our technology guy says. Yes, sir. Absolutely, absolutely.
So my role, so he's asking about, so the kids' children's industry is very sensitive, right? So how are we vetting our businesses, right? So I'm out there talking to the business owners. My whole team over here, we're talking to business owners. And as part of the key part of each onboarding or each selection is we have an interview process. And we ask them to verify certain parts. So, for example, for example, do you have insurance? Right? We ask them about their insurance requirements. We ask them about the background checks. We also ask about the registrations of the business. And so that is one key aspect of the vetting process. It's a personal interview one-on-one. Right now we do because we have no brand, right? So I'm going out there, festivals. Oh, are we manually signing up vendors? And the answer is yes. Every Saturday, Sunday, you come out to a festival, you'll see me or someone on my team walking around, showing the app to businesses, because that's my key lead gen, is I know that business owners are at these festivals. So I go, I show them the app, they love it. They're just like, oh, how do I get on? I set up a follow-up meeting next week or 2 weeks later, and we talk about the value prop, and they're joining. So thank you so much, everybody. Very excited. Thank you.
Great job. Y'all, I am looking at social media, and right now, Jordan Hunter, where are you? Jordan Hunter? Anyone? Oh, because I was going to say, he's winning on social media currently, closely followed by Wesley Samples. Anyone want to claim being Wesley? No? All right. That means that you all have an opportunity right now to win this fantastic bag. So directly after this next presenter, if you are the person who is interacting the most on social media, you will win it. Hashtag ATLSV. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and Vettery has a pretty cool bag. There's a book in there, there are stickers in there. I'm interested in stickers. Are we switching over? All right. There we go. Fantastic. Our very last presenter of the night. Give a warm welcome to Safety in Emergency. We can do better than that. That was really lackluster. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we would like to introduce to you SERMO, which is a system that is concerned with safety in emergency. During the emergency situations that we see in schools, in colleges, and the like, we are working on how to coordinate that communications. And the team comprises of Dr. Getao, who is my wife, and myself. So the objective that we have is to coordinate communications during emergencies with the goal of saving lives. We want to save lives during those unfortunate incidences of emergency, so we want the communications to be coordinated. And we developed this system starting from the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting back in 2012. Actually, my wife came up with the idea. We have been working with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. We got the patent in June, and we actually have a school that is ready to pilot the system. The problem, as you all know, whenever we have these mass shootings in schools and all that, there's usually a lot of confusion. A lot of time is lost because of the confusion, and there's a lot of agony of waiting for those that are trapped or for those that are waiting outside. Really, it's very difficult to know what's going on in real time, and that adds to the agony. There's a lot of dependency on a single point, mostly the administrators. There's really no clarity as to what is happening, and that reliance on public address system is not becomes a weakness as well. So we came up with SIMO, the system that comprises of smart door lights. Dr. Gitao can show you the smart door lights. So these are posted at the doors of the classrooms, for example, and a smart wearable. She has one that she's wearing right now, and a smart dashboard. The smart dashboard controls the entire system. And we'll also have smart apps that will be coupled with the system. And I want to move quickly because we want to demonstrate how it works. So the market, for now, we just see schools, college campuses, and a lot of places where these can be used. And we see that in 3 years, based on our assumption, for example, for schools only in the US, covering 1% of the schools will lead to about 50 million revenue in 3 years. So we see a huge market. The benefits here, we see immediate and instant communications. Everyone is empowered, they can alert the system. A lot of immediate communications. We're asking for 500,000 for 40% stake of equity in the business. We've had some very nice feedback from parents, from head of school, from school board members, and now would like to show you the system. It's taking a while to show up. I want the dashboard to show. It's out of presenter mode, but it should be seeing this. The screen is connected still. This is not the presentation. Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's go back to the presentation mode and remove it. Can it see now? Okay, good. Thank you. So this is how the system works. On the dashboard, we'll have the status of the various devices. So my wife is going to press the emergency alert. Say she sees an armed intruder coming. Any person seeing an armed intruder, for example, will press their wearable. And on the dashboard is going to show a red alert, and all the door lights will show red. Now, if she say, for example, in a class, and she confirms in her class everything is okay, she plays all clear. And you can see. And you can see it, or in her class, it shows event cleared on the dashboard. But at the same time, the door light above her class shows green. That means that when first responders are racing through the corridors, they don't need to go to her class because there's no emergency right there. They can go where they are needed, and they can save lives because they attend to people right there. Okay? And then from the dashboard, it's also possible to do all those controls. From the dashboard, if somebody at the dashboard knows of an emergency, they can alert all the devices. Press the red one. So from the dashboard, the same alert can be posted everywhere, all the devices. Okay? And because of color coding, we can even have emergency alerts that are medical, for example. They don't have to go through the whole school, so somebody can press the green button. We don't have it on the wearable today, but that's programmed to be there. On the dashboard, it's there. If they press the blue button, maybe this is to call the nurse to a specific class, or maybe there's just a disturbance in a class that needs administrative attention. They don't have to alert everybody in the school. Discreetly call for help, and it comes. Okay? And from the dashboard, you can also press all clear. You cannot clear it from a teacher's wearable. They don't have that authority because they don't have visibility everywhere. But from the dashboard, you can clear everywhere. Right? All right, sure. Who has access to the dashboard is a question. We envision a position in the school, for example, where there's somebody, like where they usually have control for the CCTV, somebody, or even at the reception, somebody that can be able to be seeing all these and seeing the real status of the situation. Yes, sir. The question is, are we building the hardware or are we procuring the hardware? At this point, we want it to be everything together. So like you can see, we've developed a prototype of the hardware and the dashboard system. All this is together. So we intend to be able to supply the entire system to a school system or to a school district. Yes, sir. The way we have it is, okay. He's asking if you're in a classroom and you want it not to be discrete? Right. Okay, one thing that will happen is that the question, let me repeat the question again. He's asking if you are in a class and you want it to be discrete so that the person does not know, how do you do it? The variables will vibrate everywhere. In addition to showing the light, they will vibrate. And that allows for people to be alerted that way. Now, if you're talking about the intruder being able, not allowing the intruder to know what you're doing, we will have different maybe placements or different types of where you can place the variable, and that can make it discrete. For example, if you have it on your belt, they may not see that. Right. Okay, I understand that. Maybe that's something we need to look at. But the whole idea, if I may answer it, is we want to communicate in just split seconds. And time is of essence. It's really that communication. In fact, even if the intruder is in your classroom and you still press it, you need the help. Everybody needs to know that that's where the problem is. So at this point, the key point is to communicate it so that it's known where the issue is. Yes, sir. What we'll do is how do we stop false positives, for example, or how do we prevent false alarms? So even for the person that is reporting the incident, they cannot just press it once. We're going to put some time delay on the pressing so that it's deliberate. So somebody is actually pressing, knowingly that they are pressing. So with a time delay on the button, even the teacher in the other classroom that wants to press, it's going to be deliberate. It's not accidental. Yes? Got it. Understood. So the question is, how do you prevent a situation that is not really a big emergency that is school-wide from being reported as such? For example, a fight in a class. That's why we said with the color coding system that we have, we can be able to not broadcast, but to have targeted communications to the administration, for example. That's why we said if a student has a seizure in the class, the teacher obviously needs immediate emergency help. Rather than broadcast to everybody, she can press a button that alerts for that help. I'm not sure I got the question.
You're asking if we have situations where there is a fight in the school. Now, every school will determine the policies that will determine the coordinated communication. So schools have policies in place. So if they want teachers to identify a situation in a certain manner, then they are going to communicate that to the teachers.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, is this did my wrap-up song? Okay, I like it. So I have to say I was watching some people go back and forth on social media, but Jordan, where are you? Because you are winning. You said you were here. Come on up. Come get your prize. Round of applause course, the most interactive on Twitter. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. All right, guys, that is our show for tonight. We will be here end of October, last Monday. Catch us then. Please come back out. In the meantime, follow us online. Come chat with your presenters after as well. Can we get one more round of applause for our fantastic presenters tonight? Thank you.